Assemble the best cast of characters for the newest, greatest show in Fliptoons. Now, I remember playing Fliptoons a while back and it being fine. It was perfectly serviceable. I really love the artwork and the style and the design and the theme that's going on, where you're trying to create this cast of characters in front of you that will score you the most fame. In between rounds, you're buying more cards, adding it to your deck, shuffling your deck, playing out another 6 cards, so on and so forth, until someone hits 30 points. When someone hits those 30 points, you do one final flip, and whoever has the most points then will win the game. Fliptoons is deck building in its simplest terms. You will have a deck of basic cards. You will want to get rid of those cards as you start buying better cards that do better things. When you play your 6 cards out in front of you in a 2x3 little tableau, the cards will then activate in order. The cards, depending on their position, will score different points. For example, the dragonfly will score per adjacent card, so it will actually score extra points for the ones around it. The snail just scores you 2 points straight away. The skunk, if you are the person with the least amount of fame, lets you get rid of one of your cards from your tableau for free, because that's much easier then. Once you've added up your fame, those points you have are then used to buy the better cards. The better cards are lined in a specific order from least powerful to most powerful, with those ones that most powerful being a lot more expensive than the ones that are least powerful. But it all depends on how you build your deck and the quality of things that you do to be able to perform those actions. And that is where the game can either be fantastic or can be really, really annoying. You see, I could have this donkey in my hand. This donkey will score me 5 more points if it's in the bottom row rather than just the 1 if it's in the top. However, I have no control on where that donkey's going, because I'm going to just shuffle that card into my hand and then I'm going to play the cards down. And if that donkey was in the bottom, then I would score 6 points. How exciting is that? That's amazing. It's in the top. Again, I've got no control on mitigating where these cards come out once I've shuffled that deck. Sure, I can thin my deck and have better cards in my deck to do different things, but nothing really moves the cards around so much, and I could still be drawn to that luck of where this has gone. The game's also quite repetitive. You are literally going to be playing out your 6-card tableau in front of you, totting up your points, buying a couple of cards or selling a card and getting rid of one, and then drawing up all your cards again and filling out the aisle here in the right order, and then drawing up your cards and then shuffling them again, and then building a tableau of 6 cards, adding up your fame, buying some more cards that you can now afford into your deck. That's great. Filling up the line, shuffling the deck, and then building a card of 6 cards in your tableau, and then getting up your points, then buying some cards, and then filling up your deck, and then filling up the line. Lather, rinse, repeat. And that repetition is where I feel like it can overstay its welcome. You are just doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for the best possible outcome of your shuffled deck of cards with very little mitigation to be able to actually control where you go. But wait. Mini expansion klaxon! That's right, this game has a mini expansion, the big red button. As I was saying, you can put your 6 cards out, but there's very little you can do to mitigate. Well, push the big red button, reset, grab those cards, shuffle back your deck, and then put your tableau back out in front of you. This is a one-time use. Ba-boing! Springs everywhere in typical Acme style. Then you have to hire a delightful little axolotl. Very, very expensive, but worthwhile, because he will flip your switch back and he'll give you 7 of those glorious fame points and potentially help you win the game as long as he comes out. That pesky axolotl. Look at his little smile. Look at his face. So Fliptoons is one of those games that I'm happy to play if someone else really wants to play it, but I'm not going to rush to bring it to games night. I think what limits it is the repetition and the deck of cards to an extent. The number of times I've played this, I've now seen every single card. And then when you're playing it again, you're seeing those same cards. So if an expansion potentially in the future, just to add more stuff, the more stuff expansion that quite a lot of cards and deck building games do require, because more stuff is good and there's enough room in this box for more stuff, I can tell you that for free, then it would maybe rejuvenate the game a little more. It is still a gorgeous designed game. It works, and a lot of people absolutely love it, and I completely understand why. But now it is your turn to get down in those comments and tell me exactly what I'm missing, why I'm wrong, and why this is the greatest deck builder of all time. Maybe because it's upside down. Time. I'm not going to edit that. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel for more reviews, previews, content coming very, very soon. It means the world. Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video about another game. End of the video.